For this review we look into a different industry segment, and it's the aviation sector. Here's a box with a face on, and no, it's not a self-portrait. As it says on the box, it's a Bison, and then we can see that it's an aircraft tractor made by Goldhofer. The model is made by Conrad and it comes in a nice presentation box. And it's always good to see a simple instruction sheet, and it shows the various parts and where they go. After that we can move forward confidently and remove the top layer of packaging. And that gives us the first sight of the model and the parts, and we can take them out. As is common with a lot of Conrad models, the mirrors come on a moulding sprue. So the first thing we need to do is to twist them off, so that then we can fit them. After this exciting exercise we can attach the first of the mirrors, and it presses into a hole in the front, but it's not a very tight fit, and there's also one to fit on the other side of the tractor. There's one more to fit, and that goes on the optional rear driving platform, and it's a mirror which gives the driver a good view of the towing hitch. Now as a tractor it does tow heavy loads, and so just like a heavy haulage truck it needs ballast to weigh it down, and that stops the wheels skidding when it's towing the heaviest planes. Starting underneath, and there's some reasonable detailing. The axles have got the steering and transmission system largely modelled in plastic, and the big tyres have got a nice tread pattern. Looking at the front, there are two big beacon lights on the roof, and detail at the front includes the Goldhofer logo and the lights. Inside the cab there are 3 seats, and there are decent chevron graphics. The big towing hitch is plastic and it looks it, and a metal part would have been better. Looking inside the cab we can see the steering wheel, and the mirrors have silvered surfaces. One nice aspect of the detailing is the use of tiny warning signs, and there are a number of them applied to the model. The wheels are nice enough and there's a Bison graphic, but no actual Goldhofer type number. Looking at the standard back, and there are nicely detailed lights, together with a Goldhofer logo. It looks like connection points are detailed with graphics, and there's another large plastic towing hitch. Up on top of the tractor there's a textured surface modelled in plastic, and the ballast blocks are metal parts. The optional rear driving position has decent lights, and the plastic towing hitch is the same, and there is some good modelling of the seats and controls, including foot pedals. We are back underneath the Goldhofer, and each of the wheels turns independently, and both axles have steering with an excellent range of movement, and it will be good to see how it performs on the Cranes etc. airport apron. The Goldhofer rolls along precisely without being particularly free-rolling, but let's set the front axle for steering and we get a nice tight turn. Okay, we will be greedy and set both axles, and it turns on a 1:50 scale sixpence. Of course, if you ever get bored, you can always go for crab steering. An optional feature on the real machine is the provision of hydraulic jacks, and these are modelled on each corner. They are very simple plastic mouldings, but they do hold a position well, and they're good if you need to change the tyre on a wheel. A small feature you have on all of the towing hitches is that the pin is removable, and it would just be nice to have a towing bar to go with it. Another feature of the real tractor is provided on the model, and that's the elevating cab, and it's a feature which works nicely enough. Another option which is provided on the model is a rear driving position. To fit it on you remove the rear plate, and then replace it with a plate that has the rear driving position. Once you've got it all lined up it clips into place reasonably easily, and it's a nice feature. This is the latest in a long line of airport tractors by Conrad models. As you would expect, it is a solidly made model, and it's got some pleasing small details. The towing hitches are a weakness because they look like plastic, but overall this is a nicely functional model, which is very good.